Disneyland is your land.
Come seek an adventure at the old pirates, eh?
Make the jump to light speed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Welcome to the Disneyland Beat, where our toes tap to a Disneyland drum.
And we always whistle while we work.
Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm TC. Today, we're going to take a step back in time with 25 fantastic Disneyland photographs.
Photographs play an important role in everyone's life. They connect us to our past, they remind us of people, places, feelings, and stories.
Not only can they help us know a place that we love better, they can actually help us know who we are, too.
Let's get started.
In this first photo, we see the original entrance sign to Disneyland. The park opened on June 15th, 1955, to a crowd of 28,000 eager visitors.
You can see the hours are posted, open Wednesday through Sunday, and today the park is open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Reasonable.
Walt Disney once said that Tomorrowland attractions gave you an opportunity to participate in adventures that are a living blueprint of our future.
The Tomorrowland spaceman wandered the land from 1955 until the land's major remodel in 1967. At times, there was actually a space couple. At the time, the spaceman symbolized a bright and hopeful future and gave kids a big thrill.
Walt Disney really enjoyed spending time in the park with his grandkids.
We love the Disneyland design on the wax paper cup and the little toy train car the boy was playing with.
Here's Tomorrowland in 1968, 1 year after its major overhaul, which saw the creation and opening of the People Mover, as well as the Carousel of Progress, Adventures Through Inner Space, and the Tomorrowland Terrace.
The entrance looks good, the planters in particular, but it's interesting just how prominent the corporate sponsors are visually. This could be a trade show. Check out the guy smoking with his kids too. Times sure have changed.
We love this shot of the Alice in Wonderland attraction. So much is the same, but notice how much thinner the vine section of the ride track that connects the two show buildings is. It was widened for legit safety reasons, but it looked really cool like this.
At the Mushroom, which is still there today, you can see the ticket seller or ride operator, I'm not sure which one she is, dressed like Alice, and above, no Mad Hatter shop, which was not added until 1983.
Ah, the old Disneyland bumper cars on a track. The original Autopia had giant metal fenders the workers would have to bang back into shape at the end of the day due to all the collisions.
Those were the days. No center guardrail, just you and the open road.
This picture of the Casey Jr. circus train must have been taken near opening day. There's a camera person in the lower part of the shot, and there is almost no scenery in the canals.
The first year they operated as the Canals of the World, and there was so little to see they even added signs spelling out the scientific names of the weeds growing on the banks.
Looking down Disneyland's Main Street, USA circa 1960, where there is now a photo op of a giant Christmas tree or pumpkin, there's a humble water fountain.
Look at how the guests are really sticking to walking on the sidewalks like it's a real town and leaving the streets for the trolley and horseless carriage, only crossing occasionally.
An early view of the floral Mickey that greets you every time you enter the park. It's being created here for the first time.
We love this shot of the old fully enclosed train cars with the Santa Fe logo. Originally, it was the Santa Fe and Disneyland Railroad, and the sponsor got top billing.
Here we see the original loading station for Peter Pan's flight as it was in 1955.
The details of the flying galleons haven't changed at all. They looked and still look amazing. But today, there's a lot more scenery at this part of the ride to set the story. We love the little temporary wooden platform here. Watch your step.
The Disneyland Skyway in the 1960s, going right through the Matterhorn. This incredible photo highlights the Chicken of the Sea pirate ship Jolly Roger, which was part walk-through attraction and part a fish and chips restaurant. You can see the Storybook Land canal boats which have been added. The boats are the exact same today.
Dumbo is in its original location with a few less elephants circling than it has now, and you can see that the Fantasyland courtyard has always been a tight and crowded, but still magical spot.
Near where the Skyway landed in Tomorrowland was the Space Bar, a very popular eatery. It was futuristic because you ordered food in an automat style, which combined the flexibility of a restaurant with the convenience of a vending machine.
The Space Bar was replaced by the Carousel of Progress. We think an automat-style service might do very well at Disneyland again.
The Fantasyland courtyard in 1965. The Mad Tea Party is in a different spot, and you can see how the second circular platform sits above the lower one. Now they're integrated with no step up.
You can also see the Welch's Grape Juice Bar and the brand new Fantasyland Theater added that year. It was a large 450-seat theater which showed classic cartoons. The old Fantasyland ticket booth is charming as well.
At opening day of the park, kids crowded into Fantasyland for the first time. And we're pretty glad none of them fell off the drawbridge, which just had some temporary chains for railing.
Disneyland made sure to get some beautiful swans. We are sure those didn't just land there for the occasion.
The original Snow White's Adventures was nothing to sneeze at. Check out how scary these trees are, and the silhouette of the witch who just kept coming.
Dad doesn't seem bothered though, and the kids are loving it.
The original Golden Horseshoe when it was Slewfoot Sue's Golden Horseshoe Review.
We love the scenic oleo drop with the riverboat on it and the charming lamps that are still there today.
And check out how many suits are lined up at the rail to catch the show.
This is a 1950s era shot of a short-lived Tomorrowland eatery called the Spaceport.
Pretty darn cool sunshades.
A 1950s era proud Disneyland parade headed by a sharp-looking military colors unit. Parades in the 1950s and 60s were often massive with hundreds, if not thousands, of marching participants.
You can also see the crowds that are packed in to see it. Also notable in the shot is the lack of Matterhorn Mountain. The power lines dominate the skyline.
In this famous picture, Walt surveys the model of the Matterhorn Mountain itself. Nobody was creating theme park rides with a more creative process than Disney at the time.
We love that he had to have the model of Sleeping Beauty's castle next to it so you could appreciate its scale. It's one heck of a nice mountain model.
This is what DCA used to look like, nothing but parking spaces. Can you imagine?
If you were lucky, you could park within 30 feet of the gate.
Here we see the famous mermaids of the submarine lagoon who swam and dived over 4 different summers between 1959 and 1967. Mostly they lounged on the rocks, but would occasionally dive for an underwater window view.
They all remember it fondly, but it was a dangerous job. Swimming with your legs constricted around heavy machinery in freezing, heavily chlorinated water.
Walt loved a circus and really saw it as part of his vision for Disneyland. He had a hard time letting it go. During its opening year, the park featured a huge circus parade and Christmas show.
Of course, the Mouseketeers themselves debuted in 1955, and they were a huge hit. And it certainly didn't hurt mouse ear sales at all.
In this rare photo, Burbank engineers are examining a model for a proposed second monorail at Disneyland.
This photo, taken in 1962, shows a large vehicle suspended beneath concrete and steel tracks. Looks like it would be a tricky evacuation.
Here in this sweet photo, a dad and daughter prepare for a wild ride with Mr. Toad.
We love these vintage shots of the original loading areas and the gorgeous murals that adorned them.
In this famous opening day moment, if you look closely, you can see the Mark Twain about to sink. The top-heavy crowds all ran to one side to see and to be seen from the shore, and the big boat listed a bit too much and started taking on water. Get your waders on.
Check out Tom Sawyer's Island in the background. Nothing but trees.
Well, that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining us for some Disneyland history. Did you like it? Let us know in the comments.
Please be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll get our content and your recommended videos.
May the light in the firehouse window always shine brightly, and may your dreams always come true.
See you real soon, Mouseketeers.